Await no longer. Greatness has arrived. Welcome to the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I am your host, Joseph. It is here on this very podcast where each and every Thursday I talk about the latest and greatest that's happening in the PlayStation ecosystem with my best friend, Kyle. And with that, the greatest co-host who ever was and ever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, Joe.
I'm nailing it.
Yeah, you are. You look great as well. It's been a long day, but
yeah,
we have something exciting on Saturday that's got me pumped up, and I'm so ready for it. But we'll get to that at the end.
Absolutely. And if you guys don't know, well, you probably don't because you're probably listening to this. That's where the majority of you guys are. I look like I'm dressed like a baseball player announcer. Like commentator, and it just went into extra innings. It's like, you know what?
Yes.
Picture Angels in the Outfield, except the movie's really, really good. Like Angels in the Outfield is sorry, Angels in the Outfield is an amazing movie.
Oh, okay.
I'm just stating that for the record. It's great. And I used to watch it every time when I was a kid, and I'd cry at the end every single time.
Yep.
Because, you know, the Angels talking to the kid, he's looking at the pitcher. Anyway, nonetheless, welcome everyone, one and all. God, Kyle, I've been missing this. I've needed this in my life. It feels like we haven't talked in, like, forever.
It seems like that, but it's really only been a week. But
I know.
It seems, this time, since last week, it feels way longer.
It's because it's midterms week, Kyle. It's midterms week.
Oh, is that why you're all dressed fancy?
Yeah, I'm losing
Joe wouldn't tell me before we recorded, so I was like, what's going on?
Because we had to do something stupid. It's like elevator pitches, and they needed to dress fancy for that for some reason.
So you were like on Shark Tank today.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm talking to Mark Rubin. Or I'm just ran a presidential campaign that didn't end that well. You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah, keeping it relevant. I hope you guys voted, by the way. Not that it matters. Hashtag, I don't know. Anyway, it does matter. I hope you did vote. Kyle, before we start the show, before we talk about PUBG, Diablo Immortal, before we talk about all the craziness that's happening, what have you been playing? Hopefully it's something good.
Yeah, well, I'm playing a little bit of Red Dead still. Still a good video game.
Yeah.
I'm just getting a little bored of it. Just a tad.
By God, how far are you, sir?
I think I'm 20-something% story-wise.
By God!
So I'm getting it's taken a while. I mean, characters and everything is still great, but
let me tell you something here.
It's just a real big game, Joe.
It's a very big game, by God. Have you gotten to the first character death?
No, I have not.
That's when the game's really going to take off. Oh,
gotcha.
Boy. I just startled some. By God. Yeah, that's when the game really takes off. That's where I was just like, I can't put this down now.
Yeah. Besides that, I have a new after-school job, and I bring my Vita along. Ooh. And I've gotten back into Rogue Legacy. Have you ever played Rogue Legacy, Joe?
It is a game that's on my... Grouchy Surge would know. It's on my backlog. And it's on the wall of shame. It's a game that I want to get to, but I'm not stressing myself about.
I am so in love. I was in love with Rogue Legacy when it came out. I beat it when it first came out, and then just hopping back into it, doing the new Game Plus mode. God, it's such a damn good video game. It might be one of my favorite games of this past generation.
Ooh, okay.
It's so good. So basically, if you don't know what it is you play as a knight trying to conquer a castle. Every time you go in the castle, though, the layout changes. There's always 4 bosses, and they're randomly put all over the place, including the enemies and what kind of treasure you get. And then once you die, you're basically picking an heir. And that heir has different attributes. So,
right, okay.
So, like, some might be giants, some might be dwarves. If you're a giant, obviously you're going to move slow. Dwarves, you move faster. Different classes, different fun abilities. Like, one might say nostalgic, and then it's just like a sepia filter over the screen.
That's
or
awesome.
Nearsightedness, where everything is blind.
Is it also on the PlayStation 4?
It's on PS4. Yeah, I downloaded it today because I wanted to play it on the big screen because my Vita was charging. It's so good. I suggest if you haven't even heard of it, go either pick it up or watch some gameplay of it because it's great.
And then you play Tetris Effect, the demo.
Yes. I most definitely did.
I did not. I was not able to get my hands on it. I forgot who said this. Please, someone in the comments, give them credit. Give them a link. They said it was like a religious experience.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Because I played it in VR. I didn't just play it regularly. Mm-hmm. God, I can never say that word, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm 31 years old. I can never say that word.
Don't worry.
No, Tetris Effect in VR is it is an experience of something like I was not expecting it at all. Like you pop it on, it's Tetris. Everyone knows Tetris.
Yeah.
Everyone loves, hopefully, the gameplay.
Yeah, what makes this all different, though?
The way the music interacts with the blocks dropping, and the way it is the Tetris effect. You get in the groove, and I found myself like switching and rotating blocks to the beat, and as you do that, the effects around you get more and more greater and more intense. It looks like there's tons of different themes. There was only, I think, 3 different levels that you could play as.
Okay.
And I just love everything about the aesthetic. I can't wait. It's out this week. It's out in 2 days, I think.
Oh, wow. Yeah. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Anything else that you've been playing that you've been enjoying? No?
That's it. Yeah.
I beat Red Dead Redemption, Kyle.
Woo!
I beat it, finally. It was... We did a video on it, and I screwed it up. About our... It just didn't pass my quality control because of mistakes I made, but I feel like I'm gonna do something different when I'm talking about Red Dead Redemption and what this game really means to me as not just a gamer but just as a person, how this series has affected me and how 2 builds off the original Red Dead Redemption. It's an excellent game. The ending's really... I feel like this game... I'm going to say something, it may spoil Game of the Year conversations to come. Mm-hmm. The bad thing about this game... I feel like the only bad thing about this game, the only negative thing, let me change that, is the pacing. And I think you talked about it, like I get a little bored every now and again. Mm-hmm. I feel like the only problem I have is that the beginning takes a little bit too long to start, and the end kind of meanders a little bit. It's like, listen, we get it, get to the point. Mm-hmm. And it kind of overstays its welcome towards the end. I was just like, okay, I don't know what you're doing here, and it introduces characters towards the end. I'm like, why are you just a little late? But I have to say, the ending is powerful, and it is full circle stuff. This is definitely a game. I'm so excited to see how Rockstar builds off of this game, and it's special. It really is. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's a special game, and once you get the shooting mechanics down, dude, I feel like a cowboy. I feel like a gunslinger. Yeah. It's just so good. As
such a massive fan of Red Dead Redemption 1,
yes,
the way this one ended, are you happy with the lead-in to the first one, since this is technically before it?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you're happy with how the events shaped the first game? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, definitely I am. Oh, please, come in. This is my assistant, Michelle. You bring me pumpkin spice lattes. Your hair looks amazing. Okay, you can go. Thank you. I'm hungry. Okay, well, we'll figure that out. My friend got me a pumpkin spice latte because she knows I've had a long day. Anyway, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Nothing. I was asking you if you were happy with the lead-in to the first one.
Yes, this absolutely yes. Yeah. I feel like it. You get all the answers you need and it makes it feel more of a complete experience. Mm-hmm. The first game, I really do love where it ends, and when it does, you feel like oddly nostalgic, and I'll just leave it at that. It's just really good. It's really good. Yeah.
Nice.
So, anyway, with that, you know what? There is Red Dead news. Like, they shipped 17 million units, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm tired of talking about it. I am. is lingering. I don't want every title to be Red Dead this, Red Dead Redemption that. My God.
Also, I kind of want to just put a disclaimer out there.
Yeah.
The news this week kind of sucks.
Whoa, Kyle. You mean this is the latest and greatest? This is a trophy room, man.
The show's fantastic. We're going to make the best out of it. I'm just saying, what we have to work with are very slim pickings.
I feel like we work better. I'm going to be real with you.
And we have nothing to talk about?
We have nothing to talk about. I feel like this is us at our prime.
I agree completely.
Guys, we have a mobile game we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
So slow this news is. With that, PUBG's going to hit PlayStation in December. This comes from EuroGamer. Game video analyst Daniel Ahmed took to Reset Era to say that the Battle Royale game was coming to Sony's console next month, and Eurogamer understands it to be true. PUBG's arrival on PlayStation 4 doesn't come as a huge surprise after it was leaked by the Korean ratings board, and more recently, Sony's servers spat out a PUBG image as spotted by users at PSN profiles. Meanwhile, Microsoft has teased big PUBG news for its XO18 event, which kicks off this Saturday, November 10th. I doubt, and this is the author's words, I doubt it'll be a huge announcement that the PlayStation version is coming during Microsoft's main event. Perhaps a new map, ? And with that comes Mr. Moody dropping the best type of questions. Guys, these are the questions I want that you could send to us via PS Trophy Room on Twitter or join the Discord at Bad Bit Games Test Facility. You could drop these awesome questions. Don't ask me about the PlayStation 5. Guys, it's like 2 years away. Ask these questions like Mr. Moody did with PUBG. PUBG is apparently coming to PlayStation 4. Is this a good idea? Will YouTube be picking it up, or is it just too late now that for PUBG to make any true dent on the PlayStation 4? So let's break this down.
Sure.
Is it a good idea? I think both of us can say absolutely, right?
Well, hold on. Let me take a second to let all the PUBG fans come in here and say something.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Hey, the game's broken. Hey, you guys suck.
Do you hear that? No, nobody cares.
Oh, no.
I don't care. It's
right.
I think on their end, they want to get it in as many hands as possible because they need to, I think, to stay in the forefront of everyone's mind that likes Battle Royale games. I'm not getting it. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
And I really do think it's lagging behind now with people enjoying Blackout from what I've been seeing. And Fortnite is still, Bobby Miller, you can put one up for me for the tally. I brought it up first this time. Fortnite's killing it as usual.
Yeah.
The Nightmare mode, I saw some people play it because I know you talked about it. It looks awesome. It
was fun. A lot of fun, yeah.
So it's still losing ground, and this is like a Hail Mary. This is like the annexation of Puerto Rico. There's a little Giants reference for you.
Whoa. What the fuck is that supposed to mean, Kyle? All right, what do you mean? I'm Puerto Rican. Listen, we still don't have power in this little island of mine.
You've seen Little Giants. You know what I'm talking about.
Have I seen Little Giants?
Never mind. It was the last, it was probably like the hardest play, the only play that could win them the game. And it had to, a lot of crazy things had to happen for them to score the touchdown to win the game.
I just want the audience to know, usually I put myself in a corner, and I'm just enjoying this.
Whatever, Joe.
Yeah, no, I think this is great on PUBG's part. I feel like it was weird, because I was going to make a video on this, but I came off a little bit too negative. And I felt like it was a 3-minute video because I'm like, yeah, no, obviously had to. And I feel like it's obvious. I feel like in 2017, it made sense for them to sign a deal with Microsoft. It made sense for both of them because Battle Royale, at that point in time, we were like, there's no way someone's going to have a turnover of a Battle Royale game in less than a year and it's going to take on PUBG, right? This is a huge get for Microsoft. This game's going to be huge on this console. And it was safe to assume that. I mean, I think that's what everybody thought. I think nobody saw Fortnite to be the success it is. I think nobody thought Call of Duty would have a Battle Royale game, again, pumped out in less than a year. And you could argue the quality of Blackout right now, but that's the fact of the matter is, you're totally right. Blackout is eating this thing's lunch. Like, I went on Twitch yesterday to check where PUBG was. And I mean, it wasn't peak hours or anything, and I'm not here to say that this is a metric at all, but it was in, like, the top 10. Usually it's Fortnite or League of Legends battling for 1 or 2, and then right there in third is PUBG. And now even looking at where PUBG is on Twitch, these are primetime hours. It's what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's sitting at 13, only in 13th. Only, and I say only, 20,000 people watching it compared to Fortnite, 180,000, compared to Call of Duty right now, 88,000. So this makes sense, and I think this needs to happen for PUBG.
And I also think let me backtrack a little bit. If this is coming to PS4 sometime soon, those numbers for sure on Twitch will go up.
Yeah,
I think more people will actually play this that haven't had the chance to. It's just a matter of, are they going to stick with it?
Do you think so though? Like, is it more out of curiosity or morbid curiosity?
I think it's probably more out of curiosity.
Yeah.
It's definitely the one that, as a PlayStation gamer, I was like, oh, that game always seemed cool.
Right.
And that was before, like, the Fortnite. I just said the Fortnite. How old am I?
The Fortnites.
Yeah, that back in my day, it meant 2 weeks.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So that was before, like, Fortnite and everything kind of took off.
Sure.
And so, like, I think there are some people that want to try it out just to try it out type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you fibs. I think that, like, I'm a little curious to check it out. Like, I'm like, it is morbid curiosity.
But didn't you say the Xbox console version wasn't great?
It wasn't. It was trash. As
so
one
it's probably the same thing.
Wise man, but don't tell him, the guru would say, hot trash in the summer. And that's what I'm kind of expecting, too, is like, is this going to be a trash heap, or is this going to be... It cannot premiere on the biggest console platform, like it did on Xbox. Because I felt like it made a horrible first impression, and I knew I never went back because of it. And so with that, I feel like it cannot be what it was with Xbox. If anything, I feel like the XO event is going to announce a new map, and it might be console exclusive, or even probably not even. I think it's going to be a cross-play situation where there's cross-play between PC and Xbox players, perhaps. Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe it's some type of exclusive deal outside of it. Maybe a new map. Maybe some type of cross-play functionality.
Part of me seeing, like, the Joker and Harley skins that Xbox is getting in PUBG. What if the new map is just like a DC map? They made a deal like that.
It's like Master Chief skins, like Gears of War skins, because those are the only 2 IP that they have. So with that, Kyle,
Forza. Can you imagine a Forza skin in PUBG?
Yo, it's just a car. It's just a car,
but it's got a sniper rifle. Like, you can see it,
and it actually has like good physics. Like, it's So again. Is it going to make a dent on PlayStation 4? I think that's another great question, Moody. I think there's going to be an audience. I don't want to be too down. I think there's definitely going to be an audience that wants this game, that's going to play this game. My question to you, because I don't think this is the case, I don't think PUBG is ever going to rise to prominence again.
I don't think so either. I think it had its chance in the limelight, and it was doing fine for a while, and then it's all these other battle royale games kind of pass it by, and it hasn't really changed too much.
Yeah, I think it might be, if this could be somewhat kind words, because I really do think this game is special. I think this is like the DayZ of the battle royale genre, right? DayZ really, it was that domino effect that led to this battle royale craze, and I think it's PUBG that really marked it about what these games are.
Yeah,
and I think Fortnite built off that, and now Fortnite just it's there. It's going to be the biggest thing, right? Mm-hmm. Call of Duty is always going to be there. Now, PUBG I think is going to exist, and just because it's like in whatever place on Twitch doesn't mean it's dead. I just think that PUBG needs to really find out where it belongs and needs to treat the community it has with a lot more care than they have in the past, at least from what we've seen as, you know, people who are looking through, you know, the window looking at PUBG Corp. I think they need to show that tender love and care a little bit more. With that, Kyle, let's talk about this, shall we?
Okay, I'm ready.
Fallout 76. It's coming out next week? The 14th.
Yes.
Yes. Haha. Got you there. You thought you had me there, Pete Hines. Pete Hines said something. This comes from Push Square. Fallout 76 support will be, quote unquote, never ending, says Bethesda. And here's a quote straight out of the Push Square article. How long is 76 going to be up for? Forever. Hines says, I don't know how to give an answer other than that. It's not like anybody makes a game and goes, well, we're going to support it for 10 years if we're lucky. Nobody thinks that way. So with that, Kyle, 76 is coming. It's coming right around the corner. Mm-hmm. What is you're putting your finger to the pulse of Fallout 76 right now? What do you feel like? What's the hype levels? What's the temperature in the room?
I feel like after the beta, mm-hmm. I don't know if it's too hot right now. I feel like some people went in the beta and were kind of disappointed, mm-hmm. especially with the bugs in it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that did them any favors. And yes, it's a beta. That's what it's for.
But you don't launch a beta with that many bugs in less than 2 weeks. Let's all be honest with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think the diehard Fallout fans are definitely going to be in for this 100%. Mm-hmm. Like our good friend Fiona, who's been on the show many times. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's going to be getting this day one, I'm pretty sure, and probably loving it. And I'm so happy for her and everyone else that wants this game. But mm-hmm. I just don't know how it's going to do sales-wise.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm a little curious as well. And talking about Fiona, a little inside baseball. Last night, I actually said to Fiona, depending on how these elections go, I'm going to either marry you or I'm going to marry your boyfriend. And we could have this weird thing. I don't know how to prove it to the governments, mm-hmm. but I'm not afraid to kiss a man. You know what I'm saying? If it has to come to that, you know, if dark times are ahead of me, it's whatever. You know, my mind's always up. 2 more years, please. 2 more. Can't do it anymore. Yeah, Fallout 76. Speaking of possible nuclear fallout, it's not on my radar. I'm not a big Fallout guy. Mm-hmm. I was not a fan of Fallout 4. I did not like loading in every single room. It seemed like every single house I'm loading in. I didn't like the building aspect. The shooting I thought was passable. But to build a game that is solely multiplayer on the shooting mechanics is not. It's not something I'm into. It's a game that I'm a hard pass on. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I am the arbiter of what's going to succeed or fail, especially when it comes to a series that I don't have a lot of love for. But seeing the reaction from people, it is more of that morbid curiosity, kind of like we were talking about with PUBG. And it's also more, at least from what I'm seeing, it's a lot of people saying, this game has promise, but I'll wait.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I'll wait till the bugs are out. I'll wait till this, that, or other. I'll wait till
for the definitive edition.
Yeah, and that sucks because I know that so many people poured their tender love and care into this project. It's something that I feel like really does need to work, but I don't feel like in this holiday season I see a path of success for it, unfortunately. So it sucks. I'm definitely, I know the community's interested, but it's more of a tepid interest. I know Antonio Guillen's going to buy it on the wrong console. I know dude out there, he's interested. I love you, Antonio. You made the layout for this. And, dude's also interested. Again, go into that Discord channel. We got good conversations. It's just something that I'm going to have to, it's at this point, it's a hard pass.
Until I see something that says, Kyle, you need to experience this, and this is the only place to get it, that experience, I probably will not be picking it up.
All right, Kyle, let's get into the real news right here.
Sure.
I don't even need to read these stories, but
nope.
One comes from IGN, one comes from Push Square. Kyle, let me give you a timeline. Let me hear your thoughts after.
Okay.
Timeline. 2 weeks ago, I think we even talked about this. BlizzCon, Blizzard said, don't expect a Diablo 4 game at BlizzCon, but we do have multiple Diablo projects in the works. Now, the Diablo community and the Blizzard community were kind of interested about what this new project was. A lot of people are like, is this a Netflix show? Is this a movie of some sort? Is this like a spin-off, kind of like with the kind of like with World of Warcraft, how it was a spin-off of Warcraft, StarCraft Ghost, the game that never was. What is this new project? Well, BlizzCon happened, and I'll be honest with you, Kyle, I liked a lot what I saw. A lot of people like to call me a PlayStation fanboy, and that's fair. You can do it because I'm playing on the best console. But the fanboy in me, it loves Blizzard the most. They are my company. They make the games that it just hit me to my core. I watched the World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth Old Soldier. The last 15 seconds of that trailer makes me emotional because I love Sourfang, and that is my horde that I grew up with. And anyway, nonetheless, I got everything I wanted out of this BlizzCon. I got StarCraft 3 Reforged, looks fucking nuts. We got a new update to World of Warcraft. We're going to be fighting Queen Azshara. We're going to the Naga homeland. Holy crap, that's amazing. We got Overwatch, new character Ashe. She's a sniper class that looks really interesting as well. She has a repeater instead of just bog out, divine and intervention. And she's got a shotgun that actually blows people away so that she can sniper. Really awesome. It all leads up. All these awesome announcements. You got new heroes in Heroes of the Storm.
Wasn't there a Warcraft 3 thing, too?
That's Warcraft 3 Reforged. You're thinking World of Warcraft Classic, which is...
Yes.
Oh, they copied Nintendo. Shut up. This is World of Warcraft Vanilla. I'm gonna be playing this game come 2019.
If it's anything like the...
It is.
The original ones, I'm all in, because I love those games.
Dude, oh my god. But Kyle, we're going to roll Horde, right?
Whatever. I'm fine. I'm down to just
play.
You
know what? I'll take that response. I'll take whatever. Because I swear to God, if I have to roll Alliance, I'll kill myself. So, by God, I'm doing Kyle. By God. And then it rolls off to the last announcement. Now people are thinking, this has to be huge. This is the last announcement of the night. It's Diablo, the future of Diablo, Kyle. Cinematic. It's a mobile game. It's a fucking mobile game. You're announcing a mobile game in an audience that has been traditionally PC. And I'm not talking political correctness. Actually, usually totally opposite. I'm talking, though Diablo has made strides in the console market with games like Overwatch and Diablo, for 20 plus years, it's safe to say they were a PC company, right? Diablo, StarCraft, Warcraft, they all made their fame on the PC. Most of the people that are in that room care about their PC, and maybe some of the consoles as well. They were disappointed. Wow. Oh, also, just to put more insult to injury, Diablo fans have a rocky relationship with Blizzard because the launch of Diablo 3 did not go well, right? Error Code Central, the Real Money Auction House, the lack of content update for Diablo. This game is 6+ years old. It has only got 2 major pieces of content, one expansion and then one just character added 5 years after the game's launch, if memory serves correctly, the Necromancer. And so they're thirsty for a new Diablo game. They want a Diablo that has learned from the mistakes of Diablo 3. They get this mobile game, and there's disappointment. And then they find out it is going to be partnered with NetEase. It's a Chinese company that makes MMO RPGs, but for mobile experiences. And people found out that they have a very much similar game to Diablo, even same art style as well, called Crusaders of Light. And it has very much a matching, it seems like matching UI between the two games. People are saying, do you think we're idiots? Do you think you're dum-dums? Mm-hmm. This is obviously an easy way to make a shit ton of money off of your loyal fan base who's waiting for a new PC game. What are you doing here? You're obviously going to take this Crusaders of Light, throw a Diablo skin on it, and call it an original game. So, Kyle,
yeah,
I want to know your thoughts.
Yeah, so
because people were not like, there was a guy that was like on stage going like, "Is this an April Fool's joke?"
Yeah, and that's the clip I did see, and that kind of made me mad, just because I understand you're disappointed. Because, frankly, if the end of a major show you ended on a mobile game, yeah, I'd be disappointed too. It'd be like if the E3 of Dreams from PlayStation ended with, like, the Wonder Book presentation. Like, it would not go well at all. Well, much like PSX actually a couple of years ago, where they ended on Paragon. Paragon was the last thing shown at PSX a couple of years ago, and people were highly let down. And I understand Paragon has its fans, and it did kind of well for its short lifespan. Yeah. But yeah, I'm with that fan that was upset that it ended on a mobile game. I'd be upset too. But don't go up there and be an ass and say something like that, because people
why not though? You're disappointed, right?
Yeah, I understand that, but you got two people on stage that are obviously they've worked on the game,
right? And
they've put in hours into it, and we've talked about it on this show a lot how making games is hard work, and that we need to give these people some respect no matter what the end result is of the game, and to go up there and kind of. He was kind of like upstaging, I think, everybody. And that kind of like is a time and place. And I don't think that was the time or the place for that comment. I understand being mad. I'd be mad too.
How about like the reaction of downvoting the game to shit on YouTube? Do you think that's a just cause, or all the mean tweets you're seeing online? Like, do you think that's fair?
I think the mean tweets are not fair. Okay. It's fine to be criticizing or to send some criticism to let Blizzard know and specifically the Diablo team know like this is not okay with us type of thing. I get that. I think that's why like disliking the video is kind of okay in my mind.
Yep.
Because you got to let them know. I mean, I also think like they do know. I think they were kind of prepared for some kind of outcry for this.
They did. They had an interview. I forget with who. I should have put it in here. My bad. But they were like, we knew there was going to be some backlash because there was a little bit of backlash for Hearthstone. We did not think it was going to be the outlash that we got. Mm-hmm. And to me, I'll tell you my timeline of this. Okay, I'm in the car of my friend who just gave me this pumpkin spice latte. She's complaining about something. She always. Women fucking always complain. Am I right, folks?
Oh, boy.
Just locker room talk. Calm down. And and I'm on my phone, and I look at a new Blizzard game. I'm like, cool. I'm in. I look at Diablo. Like, I look at my phone. I'm watching it. I'm like, I'm a fan of Diablo. I'm a fan of this phone. I just paid a shit ton of money on. I want experience on the go. Fine. I didn't know about the partnership with NetEase or anything, but then once I found out the partnership and that it's a reskin, I was just like, oh, that's why people are upset. A lot of people read that 15-second "is this an April Fool's joke" guy and started talking about gamer entitlement when we didn't think about bigger picture. That guy just spent anywhere from a couple $100 to a couple $1,000 flying from point A to point BlizzCon, Anaheim, right? This guy loves Blizzard. He loves the Blizzard content, right? He has been for 2 weeks or even several months probably really pumped for Diablo because he's in that room. He waited online for a Q&A. I think that takes a little bit of dedication. You just find out that the game you loved, possibly for a very long time, we don't know his fanhood of Diablo, but I'm not going to put it into a question. Again, he's online, he's in this room. Obviously, he cares. You play it on PC, you find out it's a mobile game, you find out it quite possibly can be a partnership with a Chinese company that is shady to begin with, you're upset. Because this isn't not just the thing you wanted, but you also are being sold. Look at me. I'm a used car salesman, right? I look it. You don't trust me at all because I'm a used car salesman. And that's what he sees this guy as. And he's upset and he wants to say how upset he is. I understand why you're upset. I think I understand all the downvotes. I think I understand all the boos. I understand the anger. But like Yoda said, anger leads to hate. Passion leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. And so with that, that's not the way you be critical. I understand you're upset, but I feel coming from Blizzard's perspective, the guy that's on stage right now, he's in shell shock because he didn't think this was going to be the reaction, right? Because he's been to BlizzCon after BlizzCon. He knows it as a nice, lax place where everybody has fun. Yeah, there's some tough questions, but it's awesome. It's awesome. Like, this is the one time a year the fans get to communicate to you. That's fucking great. That's awesome. You never see. There's probably companies that do that, but I don't see it on the scale that Blizzard does. And now you're just blindsided. Now you're getting a whole bunch of angriness you've never experienced, nor were you prepared for. And so the one thing, the snippet that I don't like the most is not just, is this an April Fool's joke, but it's also the snippet of, you guys all have phones, right? Because it's a stupid thing to say, and it's something that's been echoed ever since. But that's just, I've been in that position. We've all been in shitty situations where we don't know how to take it. We try to diffuse it with a joke, and it doesn't land. That happens to me all the time. And yeah, it's just like, it's a shitty joke. Like, everybody stop harping on the developer. Be critical to Blizzard. But there's one person I do want to give light to. It was a guy who's just like, okay, this game exists. And he said something to the extent of, there's things in this game that we would like to see, at glance, that we would like to see in Diablo 3 or in Diablo the next one. Is this going to be on PC eventually? Is some of the things in this game going to be on PC? Those are the critical thoughts that get critical answers. And those are the people that we should be applauding, because that's what being a consumer is. That's how you're being critical, because you're expressing your bewilderment, but you're doing it in a respectful way.
Yeah, and the developer's going to be more akin to actually listen to that person.
Exactly. Yeah. Right? Because we've been in retail, and every time when everybody's like, tells you, like, dude, it's holiday season. You don't have a game in stock.
I'm having flashbacks.
Is this a joke? I've gotten that before, and I'm like, no, it's not. I look like a fucking clown? No, it's not a joke. Stop it. I'm just a person. And I think that's what people forget. And I think after the conversation we've just got off of like developers working 100-hour work weeks, you'd think you'd be a little bit more respectful to that thought of, this guy's probably worked his ass off. He probably knows when Diablo 4 is coming out.
Also, just because when you were running through the timeline before we started discussing, you mentioned that Blizzard did say Diablo 4 was not going to be here.
Yeah.
Or any news of that. So they were already setting that up to be like, hey, don't expect this.
Yeah. But at the same exact time, you're like, Netflix, movies, because we all know that one well, fucking Warcraft movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Orcs are not film magic, anyway.
do you really think if they were to say, hey, there's a Diablo Netflix show in the works, do you think that would go over as well as the mobile game?
Well, Kyle, I always like to surprise you in times like these, because I didn't put this in the show notes, because if I wish you, Kyle, we're here. right here, right now, with a gun in my hand, Kyle.
Oh, God.
You are Shuhei Yoshida, and we all know Shuhei runs first party at Sony, and he's doing a fine job with it. Let's all be honest with you. But Shuhei's a busy man. Shuhei doesn't just run first party, he runs Sony. He runs everything. He runs the world's governments. He is the Illuminati. He's the guy that fired Sessions. That's right. Oh, lock her up.
Oh, boy.
Show us their emails. That was all Shu. If you're Shuhei Yoshida, how would you have softened the blow with this launch? Everything retrospect, right? 2020, all that jazz. How would you have softened the blow? Would you have announced Diablo 4 right afterwards, like as just a title screen? What would you have done to, knowing what you know now, prepare?
Yeah. So there's two ways I can think of doing this. One is go the Bethesda at E3 route, where they said, "Hey, here's the new Elder Scrolls," and it was just basically the title,
right,
with some landscape. I could see them doing that
generic, like Windows
very
XP.
Generic. Be like, "Hey, we're working on it. Just give us some time."
It could have been like a start to a Christian rock cover.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, so I think they could have gone that route, or they could have just reordered the show. I think this mobile game could have been either earlier, and they could have ended with some of the Warcraft stuff, or just so you're not ending on that.
Yeah, because a lot of people were thinking this was Warcraft got a remaster. The other projects must be a remaster because they also remastered StarCraft. So this probably falls in line as well. So. Okay, so that's how you would have done it if you were Shuhei Yoshida?
Yeah.
I think now if I'm Shu, I ousted Monaheim. I'm in here now.
The shoe is on the other foot.
Ooh, he's tap dancing. I announced this game 2 weeks ago. That's what I would have done. I would have said, hey guys, this is what's coming. We're launching a mobile game. It's a mobile Diablo game. We'll give you more details to come. And then reassure people that right after you announce that, we are working on multiple Diablo projects. That's what you would have done. Would have softened the blow. Yes, you would get some hate. You would not see the level of animosity, though, because what you did by saying, we have multiple announcements planned, is you didn't set the stage. You didn't set expectations. So my expectations, low. But if you're a Diablo fan, and rightfully so, but if you're a hyped up Diablo fan, your expectations are high. You don't know where, for each person, it's a different expectation. And that's not what you do when you're launching an event. I think what they really should have done was say, yeah, this is what we have right now. But other stuff is coming. Be assured we're going to have this conference. Talks about the future of Diablo alongside this mobile game reveal where we'll give you more info on the game. With that, I feel like the second thing they could have done is announce this game. Every situation comes with this game being announced before the conference, so you set expectations. Because Blizzard, you are not a mobile company. I know Hearthstone's very successful, but people view you as a PC first, console second, and mobile isn't even a fucking thought. And I think what you do is you go, here's this game, more to come, and then you launch this trailer. Everybody gets excited. And then you go, wait, guys, before you boo, one more thing. Bam, Diablo 4.
Yeah.
You get it. You get the logo. You get the Metroid Prime. You get you get the Elder Scrolls type of treatment. You get the Gears of War treatment. I hate that I've just mentioned Microsoft twice in a show. Phil Spencer.
Last of Us 2, Joe. That was first revealed. That was major.
Exactly. That's what you do when you announce these things, right? Like look at Naughty Dog's working on another Naughty Dog project, kind of, sort of, not really. And then you're like, oh, okay, all right. Well, I hoped it was Last of Us 2, and then at the end, bam, Last of Us 2, right?
Yeah.
Microsoft again. We're gonna do something called we're going to fill up the jar. Puns. Every time I mention Phil Spencer or Microsoft, we're going to put a penny in the swear jar. But like with Gears of War, right? They announced a mobile game, a Funko mobile game.
Yeah.
They announced a strategy game. Looks fucking sick. And then after that, like people were like, I remember we were doing, I think, reactions live. I was like, oh, okay, the strategy game is cool, but hopefully there's something else. And then bam, Gears of War 5, it looks fucking awesome, right? Mm-hmm. And hopefully it comes to PlayStation one day. But like that's what got people. You got their expectations going. Okay, fine. They're giving you a chance now, and then you drop them with the real news, and then everybody's happy about everything because it's that avalanche effect, right? It's the big news. Holy shit! Gears of War 5 is coming, and while we wait, we have these games, and everybody's happy.
Yeah,
that's what you would have done, and I think this is tone deaf. I really do think that. I think to quote possibly the dumbest fucking person I've ever seen on television ever. Fucking completely stupid nonsense. I can't believe I'm saying this. But there is wrong on both sides. And I think there were nice people on both sides. I think there's nice people in that crowd that wanted to give this game a chance, and the people that kind of wanted to burn it down. I think there's people that knew at Blizzard this wasn't going to fly, and there's people that were that ignorant up top. And I think there's blame to be shared on all sides. Mm-hmm. So with that, enough of that. And you go, how's this PlayStation news? Diablo's on PlayStation. Okay? And I'm a Blizzard fanboy. I bend the rules, all right? I do what I want. Okay? Called up shoot. He said it was all right. Flash news. Fortnite. I can't believe I'm doing this. Bobby Miller, one more. Fortnite NFL skins. Listen, guys, this is fun this week.
Hey, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, they have an emote, actually, where it's called In the Club emote, and you accidentally shoot yourself in the leg. Really weird.
I appreciate that reference so much, Joe. It's the only one I know. Fan.
It's the only one I know.
That's so good.
Yeah. Kyle, what's your thoughts on this? I mean, look, not the first time Fortnite's done big crossover stuff. They did it with Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you how popular Fortnite is, where you can get NFL in there, and you can get NFL jerseys. Like, that's crazy.
It's just a little stupid to me. It's just like football players shooting each other.
Yes, I agree, and I think what would have probably made more sense in my eyes is NBA skins, because isn't there a basketball in Fortnite?
There is actually basketball skins, but they're not like NBA themed.
No, so like that to me probably makes more sense than NFL, because like you said, they're just shooting each other. Yeah. Like maybe once you put it on, did he just tackle people?
Yeah, there's
and
probably
give them concussions, and then they're out forever.
If they have a whistle emote, I'll do that. But everybody knows that's a red card.
Ooh, throw flags instead of grenades.
Oh, that's definitely an emote. You know they did it. Again, because for the soccer one, they did have soccer ones, but it wasn't like branded. Like this, you see a Patriots guy, Broncos guy, Eagles guy. Those are, I actually said the names right. I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah.
But like the soccer, they have the red card. That's my go-to emote. Because every time someone fucks up, I'm like, that's a red card.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, okay, it's cool. Are you going to purchase one of these?
No.
Okay, cool.
I've yet to spend any money in Fortnite.
Wish I could say the same.
I know.
Wish I could say the same. I said Overwatch's new hero, her name's Ashe. I'm already in love with her. She's already a badass. She already has a southern drawl. And there's an awesome McCree cinematic with Ashe that's fucking hilarious. She has her right-hand man. His name's Bob, and he's like an English gentleman. I love it. So go check that out. I think it's in the PTRs. I think Eric told us in the Discord. It's in the PTRs at this very moment. And then there's a new PlayStation 4 Pro SKU out. It's a PlayStation 4 that's actually pretty quiet. PlayStation 4 Pro that's pretty quiet. And it launched with Red Dead 2. Would have been fucking great if you launched that with Spider-Man. So with that, Kyle, that's Flash News. Any thoughts on anything else?
No.
All right.
It's Flash. I'm glad that it was just Flash News.
Hey, Kyle.
What up?
Hold on to something.
Uh-oh.
Prepare the drop.
Every single week, there's new, awesome, great things that drop on the PlayStation storefront. And the PlayStation blog does their damnedest to get every single game out here and promote it on the PlayStation blog. So there's a lot of games, though. And I'll be honest, a lot of them not worth our time. But to the ones that are, the drop is very simple. Kyle picks a game he's excited for. I pick a game I'm excited for. We tell you the descriptions of these games and why we're excited. With that, Kyle, you want me to start? You want you to start? Go for it.
I'll start because I already mentioned it earlier. My pick is Tetris Effect. I mean, I think that's a no-brainer. It's another Tetris game, which sounds probably bad, but it's the formula is re-energized, and I think in such a great way. And you should totally, if you have a VR, PSVR, the moment you play this in VR, you're gonna get it.
It's $40, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, physical, it's $40. Let me just make sure the price on digital as well.
And it's the same guy who made Res Infinite and Lumines.
Miyazaki, right?
Yeah.
It's the only Japanese name I know how to pronounce without getting super racist about it. Miyazuki?
I don't know. I can't think of it right now, but yeah, it's amazing. And I want to say this before you say your game. Yeah. This week is great if you own a PSVR. There's a lot of PSVR titles that are dropping this week. And it seems like a good range of genres too. So there's got to be something there for everybody.
Man, I'm liking the PSVR love. I wish I kept on to mine longer. It's just there's no space. There's literally no space in my place for it. With that, though, I am going to be trying Tetris Effect. You can pre-order it right now. You get 10% off, and so it'd be $35.99. I'll be doing that tonight for sure. I'm very excited for this game. And you can buy it physical for $39.99. And then if you could, get the price for this one right here, right now. I'm going to butcher this fucking name.
Come on, you got this.
Deracine.
I was going to say either that or Deracine.
Deracine. You know what? There's a lot of accent marks. I'm going to say there's two of them. It cancels each other out. With that, Deracine is a brand new story adventure created by the renowned... Here's where it takes a turn.
Bloodborne developer. From Software. Available exclusively for the PlayStation VR. As a spirit in a secluded boarding school. Ooh, why did I say it like that? Kind of even creepier if you think about it. The players must prove its existence and build a unique bond with the students as the world is uncovered through the discovery and exploration. As the mystery of the story unfolds, the spirit must travel in time and change the fate of the pupils before it's too late.
I was going to do that for Diablo, but I thought it was a little bit more serious or whatever. There's a From Software Bloodborne Easter egg in this game. Oh. I can't say it because it is slightly spoilers, because I won't be able to pick this game up because it's for PlayStation VR and I don't have a headset. Did you find the price yet for it?
I did. Okay. So the retail at GameStop is $30.
Oh.
Right. But for some reason on Amazon, the digital code is saying it's 60. So I don't know what's going on. I'm going to say probably 30 is the price.
Okay. It's probably 30. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but go buy it at GameStop.
Yeah.
Oh, check my pulse. But yeah, no, there's a Bloodborne little Easter egg in there. A lot of people are trying to point that it may hint towards a Bloodborne 2 because of a pose, and that's all I'm going to say. But with that, it gives me Bloodborne vibes, definitely. I mean, it's a little bit above the time period that the Victorian horror. It's a little bit like, I guess more like 1800s-esque, but I'm definitely down to clown for this game. It's in a boarding school. Boarding schools creep me out because I think of mean boys calling me fat. I don't know. And teasing me and playing with my nipples, and I don't want that.
Oh, not been there.
They chafe. You know? Like, come over here, fatty. I'm going to tweak your little nips. Like, get away, mister. I don't want nothing to do with you.
Why are you so up high with batting them away?
Well, because they're taller than me. They're like like grade 8. You know, I'm like grade 6. I'm like, get away, God, stop it. I wish my mom was here. You know. So that's it for the news. God, this show is a fucking gem. Mailbag. Given the Blizzard flubs, this question fucking slaps. Eric, writes in, just like he always fucking does, in our Discord. You can write us in via the Badbit Discord or PS Trophy Room on the Twitters. Out of every company over the years that have developed games, which company do you feel has improved the most, and which company has worsened the most? Kyle, would you like to take this on?
This is tough.
Right.
I feel like the company that has improved the most, and this is not saying their previous games were bad at any stretch.
Sure.
I like the way that Insomniac has grown. I feel like they've gotten better each step of the way. Their games have been more polished and more fleshed out. Again, not saying their older stuff isn't good, because it's amazing. But like going from the first Resistance to the third one and seeing that progression was amazing. Seeing what the Ratchet reboot came to be and what that was is awesome. Spider-Man, amazing.
What's that game about?
What?
What's that game about? The
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man? Yeah.
It's about a young boy named Peter who got bit by a spider and he shoots webs.
Out of like out of a gun?
Nope, not going there. I don't know. Not going there.
Yeah, I feel you.
And then the company that has probably gotten worse, I feel like Platinum Games has been in a lull lately.
No, wait, no. Platinum, they did Nier. Right?
Oh, okay. I guess maybe before Nier.
Okay.
Wait, did they do Nier?
Yeah, they did Nier Automata. That's Platinum. That saved them because of the deal with Microsoft that didn't go through and some of the games that didn't hit, like Teenage.
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like there was a time period where their stuff was not up to snuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I would like to take the easy way out, as I like to with all things. I'd like to say Sony. I mean, like, think about this generation, game after game being a hit after the PlayStation 3 era, that, like, there were some gems, but a lot of them were misses. But I'm not going to take the easy way out. Okay. I would also like to take the easy way out. I'm going to give the easy option. Say EA, as a company that over time has just made the wrong moves. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stick with that. Year in, year out, just make the wrong moves. And that's what gets me so afraid for Anthem. That's why I don't have any faith in Battlefield 5 success. And that gets me so scared because EA is known for taking great things that I love a lot, like Visceral, and then just taking it out back with me, and they go, look, this is what happens when you cross me, boy, and then paps them. And I'm like, no, not Visceral. At least Amy Heading's all right, right? Right? No. So EA, definitely,
it's a good call.
Scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But I would like to say the company that I'm gonna give you the curveball. I think the company that has gotten better over time is Blizzard. I think when you look at the rate of games that have come out and the quality of said games that have come out, I think there's no doubt that Blizzard has made strides of doing things differently and taking games and look at Warcraft 3 Reforged. That gets me so excited, right? There's things that make me optimistic that they're listening, like things like that, like things like World of Warcraft Classic, like how they're talking to their community very upfront and openly with Battle for Azeroth, seeing how fast now they're starting to pump out games that have quality to them, and then games that they've never done, genres they've never done before with Overwatch, right? And then like looking at Overwatch is like, holy shit, like, Blizzard, have you always made first person? Wait, what are you saying? This is your first person? What? It's awesome. But then at the second, at the other side of the coin, it is things like BlizzNet inviting games like Destiny and Call of Duty that don't really belong there, but for the sake of that Activision partnership, it's there. Seeing things like Diablo Immortal, it does concern me a little bit. So with that, I feel like Blizzard has both sides of the coin, but I'm always optimistic they're going to pull ahead. So that's my answer for you, Eric. I hope it was good. With that, we got another question from Dude427 who writes in like you current too. Twitter, PS Trophy Room, Discord. It's there. It's just trust me. Just believe in me. if you haven't answered this on a previous episode, don't worry, we haven't. I would like to know your hopes for Red Dead Redemption 2's online, and do you want it to be similar to GTA 5, where it gets a ton of updates? Do you have any hopes for Red Dead Redemption online?
Yeah, I do, because I think GTA 5 online is actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
And what I hope for in Red Dead Redemption 2 is I want to rob trains with friends. I want to go on the just be a gang of misfits and just go and tear up towns and stuff. That's what I want to do. And yeah, I hope there's a lot of updates, because that's to kind of add some new things. Because if you're playing through it now, that world does feel empty in terms of like what the environment and stuff. So sure. I hope they add some things to do in the meantime, so it's not just a lot of like riding around and then finding something, you know.
Suck my venom. I will not suck your venom.
Actually, by the way, I ran into him the other day.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like this guy's just a little bit of a pervert.
Yeah, for sure.
What I want from Red Dead Redemption 2 online, I want the same exact thing from Red Dead Redemption 1. Which was, give me the map, let me do anything I want on this map. Give me gang hideouts that I can shoot my way in and out of. Let me be able to level within the game world and out of it via like Team Deathmatch or Gold Rush, which are such awesome modes. Give us heists. And it can be done in this game, and let it so that you can have like a lawman-esque bounty hunter perspective where you're robbing a train and the enemy could come and try to stop you and take a lawful way out where he just stops you and kills you, or he can just take your gold from you. That seems fucking rad too. So I think give me a more expanded Red Dead 1 world. Don't give me GTA 5, because I'm going to be real with you, Kyle. I don't like GTA 5 online.
Oh, okay.
It's just not my cup of tea.
Okay.
Because of the matchmaking, I'm not a fan of it. So with that, give me more of the Red Dead 1 online, and I'm going to be a happy camper.
Give me some duels, too.
Ooh.
I want to duel some folks.
Well, here's the cool thing, Kyle.
Yeah.
In Red Dead Redemption 1, the online, you start off with a Mexican standoff.
Oh, really?
That's how you start. So in Gold Rush, you have this gold in the middle of the map. And how everything starts off is you have a Mexican standoff with your team and the other team. Whoever lives has the advantage of getting the gold first or getting stronger weapons on the map first.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's super rad. It's super rad. It's awesome. Give me Gold Rush back, because it's seriously a ton of fun.
Yeah.
That's all I need to do to be happy. And this one, you want to read it for me?
Sure. Give me a second.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
What a way to ask you while you're
This comes from at Ghost in the Glass on Twitter. A very simple question that it really hit me. I started really thinking very hard about this one.
Okay.
It's auto heal or health items?
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
Health items.
You're on my side, Joe. I'm with you.
Ooh.
It's health items.
Why is it health items for you? And what type of health items? We talking Dark Souls Estus class?
I in my eyes, I'm thinking more RPG, like Final Fantasy, or potions, Phoenix Downs to revive fallen members.
How about Phoenix Ups to tell them they're doing a great job?
Sure, absolutely. I feel like auto heal is kind of like a easy way out kind of solution for people that don't want to worry about how they're getting healed.
Yeah,
and I actually really do hate when games in between battles, specifically in like a turn-based RPG, like after the battle, everyone's healed. Right. I don't like that. Okay. I like having to manage, and if I don't use a potion when I'm supposed to, I'm gonna have consequences. My character will die, and then I'll have to revive them, and who knows what's going to happen after that. You know, I like having a something else to worry about, like an item management thing to worry about.
So, like in first-person shooters, please give me auto heal, please. That's the only side where I want auto heal. But to me, auto healing is more strategic. You have to think about your moves more when it comes to healing items, right? So I'm thinking straight out of Dark Souls. I love how Dark Souls does it, or Dead Cells, or Bloodborne. You give me these set amounts so that I'm like, okay, I only have 3 health, like healing items, I need to make sure I'm not getting hit. I need to play on my best level and think really strategically, not to the point where I get hit and I'm like, fuck this game, and I toss my PlayStation, but to the extent of, okay, all right, now I got hit, where do I need to go now? And that's why I like healing items more than auto-healing games, because then it kind of takes the risk out of it, because all I need to do is just hang in the back for 5 seconds and my health's at 80%, so I could just go back in. You know? Yeah, I like healing items. I'm all for healing items.
Yep.
With that, guys, gang, thank you so much for all the questions. They were fantastic this week. Seriously, so great. Thank you all for sending your questions in. Kyle, that's been the trophy room for this week, man. But we have something we ought to pimp out that we'll be partaking in this Saturday. Please, you, sir, have the floor, because I've been so busy. All I know is I'm showing up to this thing.
Yeah. So I mentioned, I think, in the previous 2 weeks, this Saturday is our Extra Life stream. We'll be streaming for 24 hours, raising money for sick kids battling cancer and other nasty illnesses and diseases for the Children's Miracle Network of hospitals. What we're doing is we're all getting together at a friend's house in Pennsylvania, and we are just playing games for 24 hours straight, raising money. If you donate certain things, we'll have to or donate up to a certain amount, hit some certain milestones. So what I was going to do was I was going to go through those goals to kind of incentivize everyone to donate. So for example, if we hit $200, our mutual friend Mike from Three Best Friends,
a mutual lover, but yes,
sure, he's going to cover Nicki Minaj's Anaconda on the stream. If we hit 250 total raise, our other mutual friend Kelsey is going to paint my face that I have to keep on the entire stream, which is going to stink.
Into it.
$450 spooky VR time. At $350, you Joe. You're going to make a sandwich in your Red Dead character, which is fantastic.
I am. I'm going to make one of the best cuisines I've ever seen. And I said, by God, I said to John, I said, listen here, when you're getting the deli meats, I swear to God, this green pasture that is earth, if you give me liverwurst, I will give you death. Liverwurst is the devil. It's the devil's make. But I will make probably a roast beef sandwich, a little bit of mayo with lime, little lettuce. Why am I spoiling it? Why am I spoiling it?
So we got those are kind of milestones that we want to hit. There's like dance parties and pepper parties and all that fun stuff. I didn't read all of them because I want some of them to be a surprise. And here are some incentives. Like if you donate a certain amount, this is what's going to happen. You donate $5, we're going to get a Bernie Bott's jelly bean spin, which I don't know if you've ever had any, Joe, but they're disgusting.
Oh God.
It's going to be interesting, but that's at $5. $10, we have a bunch of movie codes we'll give away that you're entered for a chance to win. $15 are game codes from Steam. We might have some other games in there. Not really sure yet. We're still kind of figuring that out. At $20, we have a tiny wheel. If you donate $20, we'll spin it, and whatever it lands, we have to do. $25 is our Red Dead Redemption 2 giveaway, which Joe is graciously giving us a code for the game. You'll be entered at that level to win a code for Red Dead Redemption 2. At $35, you're entered for a chance to win a $500 million a limited edition DualShock 4. At $50, Kelsey will do an original painting or sketch for you. $75.
You can't suggest it be of you in the nude, and you gotta say, when you say, you'll be like, I want you to paint me like one of your French girls, Kels. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to. I don't know if Kelsey will do it, but...
Oh, you have to. She said she would.
$75, our friend John will write a poem for you. He's pretty damn good at them, so... And then at $100 is Mike will write and professionally record a song for you of your choosing. And we've heard many people say they want to have a song about Pop-Tarts or Kingdom Hearts.
I want Baby's Got Back.
Or Baby's Got Back.
There you go. Guys, you can check that all out on the Wait, is it Kinda Funny or is it KF NYC?
It is twitch.tv/KindaNYC.
Bam. And this Saturday. What time?
12 o'clock Eastern.
12
Saturday.
o'clock Eastern, noon on the dot, by God. Now, I am going to be a little late. I'm going to be a couple hours late. But once I get there, shenanigans will happen. So with that, guys, gang, there's nothing else I need to pimp out other than that. Go help out. This is for kids in need, okay? Because if there's one thing that I would love to get on a shirt, it's fuck cancer. Cancer's stupid, and I hate it. All these horrible diseases shouldn't exist in the first place, and they should only happen to bad people that have orange fucking faces.
It should not happen anywhere near any kids.
No, ever. So let's make sure that we're doing the best by these kids. Please, please, please. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, everyone, keep hunting and keep playing PlayStation.